Feminism is serious business. It's not a joke, right? We've got to stop treating it like a joke, and we've got to treat it seriously. And feminists control the entertainment industry, and that's just a symptom of much deeper problems. Okay, so this may look petty, isolated, out of context from everything else. If it was just this on its own, it'd be annoying, but it's a symptom of something much deeper. It shows feminist social dominance. Feminists demand things, and they get what they want, even though there's no good reason. Okay, let's read this article. Tom Jones Delilah banned for choirs at Principality Stadium. Choirs performing at national rugby matches at Principality Stadium have been banned from singing the Tom Jones classic Delilah. The stadium said it would no longer be performed by choirs after removing it from halftime playlists in 2015. The song has caused controversy with lyrics depicting the murder of a woman by a jealous partner. Okay, so it's a fictional song. Okay, right? So women get to tweet "kill all men," right? They get to tweet "kill all men," right? They get to joke about cutting men's penises off. Okay, they get to have their TV shows showing women harming men and killing men, right? Like that Harvey Quinn show. It showed Harvey Quinn torturing a man for no good reason, just because he patted her on arse, like breaking his arm. Okay, right? So they're allowed. Look, women read true crime stories, right? They read true crime magazines, they listen to true crime podcasts. That's the vast majority of the audience for these things. They basically frig off to the violence of it. Most of the victims are females because people care about female victims more. So they put more female victims in these crime stories, right? Okay, because people have more empathy for them. So they play off that. Women get off on that. Okay, so that is not the pretext. The pretext they give is nothing to do with anything. They just want to stop men singing the song just because they can. They're showing their social dominance. Okay. So a stadium spokesman said it was respectfully aware that it's problematic, so he caved in. It's, however, long been popular with supporters of the national team, and Jones has previously performed the song ahead of an international match. The decision follows a week in which the chair executive of Welsh Rugby Union was forced to resign following allegations of sexism, misogyny, and racism within the organisation. So here's the article here. Right, this is just bullshit. Look, he joked he wanted to rape me, claimed Charlotte Wattham. All right, so this is bullshit. This is a lie. So a rugby executive, right, was forced to lie because he apparently joked about raping her. No, he didn't. No man would dare do that in the current day and age. That's a lie, right? So look, even if he joked about raping her, which he didn't, right? Prominent females have publicly, it's 100% provable, they have publicly joked about wanting to kill men, right? And it's not, I'm not saying it's a joke. I'm not even going to call it a joke. They've expressed aspirations of the desire to kill men. They said they want to kill men, right? So she accused this man of doing that joke, right? This is female hostility, false accusations, get the man out of a position of power. She accused him of that joke, and because of that joke, he's been forced to resign, right? But women get to tweet "kill all men." Okay. So they got the man out of a position of power, but they want to test their social dominance even more. Without referencing the decision, Wales wing Lewis Rees Zimmet wrote on Twitter on Wednesday afternoon, all things they need to do, and they do that first. Well, feminism doesn't care about the efficiency of the Welsh rugby team. They're about their own social dominance, right? And they'll destroy and consume all organisations that they're a part of to achieve that. They don't give a shit. They'll burn society to the ground to achieve their social dominance, right? Okay. Principality Stadium spokesman said Delilah will not feature on the playlist for choirs for rugby internationals at Principality Stadium. Guest choirs have also more recently been requested not to feature the song during their pre-match performances and throughout the games. They should do the song out of protest, but no one's got the balls to do it. The WRU condemns domestic violence of any kind. Why the fuck are you even saying that? Right? Okay. Right. Let's say the KKK says, I don't like gangster rap. Right? I want gangster rap banned. Right? Right? The organisations would tell the KKK to get lost, and they wouldn't condemn black and white violence, would they? They wouldn't cartel like that. You don't even need to say that. Right? Okay. We previously sought advice on the subject matter, experts on the issue of censoring the song, and we are respectfully aware that it's problematic. I'm upsetting to some supporters because of its subject matter. They're not upset. They're lying about being upset. Okay? Like I said, if they were upset by this, they'll call for true crime magazines to be banned from the supermarket. So women are not upset. They frig off to the stuff. It's all over the shelves in the UK. It's everywhere, right? So they're not upset by the subject matter of violence. That's a lie, okay? We know it's a lie, okay? But the Welsh Conservative shadow sports minister Tim Griffith called the decision wrong-headed. Very mild criticism, but at least it's criticism. One that amounts to a simple virtual signalling designed to ease the pressure that the WRU are currently under, he said. Calls to ban this song span at least the last decade, yet the WRU have chosen now to act. Yeah, it's not. They use the term. Right wingers use terms like virtual signalling without naming the problem. This is why I've got no patience for right wingers. Okay, they use terms like woke, virtual signalling, right, SJWs, right. It's feminists who've demanded this. Okay. Mr. Gifford said some people want institutional change, improved working practices, and a better complaints process for the WRU. So he's validating the false complaints that the women made. Okay, right? I can promise you, like, if they put a female in charge of the rugby union, right, and she tweeted "kill all men," right, and men complained about it, she'll keep her job. I promise you that now. Okay, so yeah. Instead of choosing to ban a much beloved Tom Jones song, this action will solve nothing. Well, it's designed by the feminists to show men who's boss. Know your place. Okay? Now, this is a Welsh police constable tweeting in support of this. Don't need to read the tweet. Absolute fucking clown. Right? Thank you for highlighting the everyday misogyny and normalisation of femicide, which is absolutely fucking ridiculous. There's no such thing as femicide. The concept of femicide comes from Latin America. Latin American feminists invented the concept, as far as I know. And Latin American countries, the murder rates are 10 men for every 1 woman, right? The term femicide, is related to genocide. Side, mass murder, genocide. It's got connotations of that. So it waters down the term genocide. There's no femicide. And it's identical to the concept of white genocide. Okay? So there's high crime rates in South Africa, and white racists brought up concerns about white farmers and white people being murdered, and they called it white genocide. That's one misuse of the term white genocide. Okay? They call it white genocide. I know it's also used for immigration, but I've seen white nationalists call that white genocide as well. Okay? But that's out of context, because in South Africa, black people suffer more murder and crime. Okay? Far more than white people. Okay, so it's very similar to that. So the white racists, out of context, show the murder stats for white people in South Africa, while raising the murder stats for black people. Feminists do the same thing. They talk about female murders, show the stats of females getting murdered. Okay, right, but they don't talk about how many men getting murdered. So, police constable. For context, approximately 2 women a week are murdered by a partner or ex-partner. So that's roughly just over 100 women a year in the UK, okay? To put that into context, the murder rate for London is about 300 alone. So women suffer far less violence and murder, okay? Women actually probably kill more children than male children than men who murder them, all right? Okay? So there. So she's talking about misogyny, genocide, normalisation. Until today, I haven't realised just how horrific these lyrics were. I'll certainly never sing that song again. Should have been banned years ago. So feminists who tweet "kill all men," that's not banned. Women can tweet "kill all men" to the heart's content until they gush and come from their sadism, quite frankly. Okay, and Twitter block hashtags they do not like. Right, they block hashtags from QAnon, for example, and Pizzagate. So it's not like, oh, it's a free platform, they don't take any action. No, they block hashtags. So the "kill all men" hashtag is allowed to remain up. Okay, and the reason why I'm talking about this police officer, this is very problematic. The police are scum. They're anti-male scum who beat men to death and who ruin the lives of men, okay? And violate the law all the time to arrest men. The police love arresting men on the word of a woman. They love it. They all side with women when it comes to a domestic violence call-out most of the time, right? And there's countless men who hate the police, and I'm not talking about criminals, I'm talking about normal law-abiding men who hate the police just because of domestic violence call-outs and how they handle that. Okay? Right? Staring at women for long can land you in jail, warn UK police. I've talked about this before, but just in case you've never seen any of my videos before. So the police tweet in support of censorship of a song, right? Okay? It leads to this. Yeah? It leads to this. Staring at a woman for long can lead you in jail, warns UK police. So women can tweet, kill all men, okay? They can dehumanise us, incite violence against us. There's tweets of women, I saw them, I won't dig them up now, but I'll cover this another time. There's tweets of women talking about wanting to harm male children, beat up male children. And they're talking, so yeah, okay? And look, I've actually tried getting the police once over a tweet that a woman wrote, and I should have recorded myself doing it. I'm going to try doing this again in future, okay? And this was like 6 years ago or 5 years ago. And I forgot I did this, but they weren't interested. They didn't take any action, all right? Okay? If I said on Twitter, kill all women, I want to kill women, I hate women, I want to kill them. If I said that stuff, right, I'll get arrested. So the police choose to arrest me because I'm a male. They choose not to arrest women because they hold men in contempt. Okay? So this is social dominance. This is cultural homogeneity by feminists. They're showing us who's in charge. These petty rules are creating an atmosphere of fear, right? An atmosphere of fear. They're laying tripwires down. A chilling effect. A chilling effect. And that's another concept I heard from feminists. They talk about misogyny and rape culture creating a chilling effect. Complete lie. It's actually projection. Feminist women want to create a chilling effect for men. They do not want us to exist in peace as men, right? I've said all I had to say about this. I'm 40 years old, right? Okay, I'm 40 years old, but I'm not going to make it to 80, but I'll probably make it to 70. I wonder what society is going to be like when I'm 70, right? I wonder what's going to be like when I'm 70 years old. I'm 70 years old. Society's going to be in a bad state. It's going to be in a bad state, yeah? We got feminists, politicians the world over, right? And we'll say I'm going to talk about one more thing. There's politicians in Finland, right? They get caught having sex parties, if I remember correctly, right? Getting drunk, having parties, making out, okay? Men get fired. Male politicians lose their job from even making sexy jokes around women. The double standard's real. It's unbelievable. Over and out.